In a bustling village nestled between the mountains of Andalusia, there lived a humble cobbler named Zaid. His workshop was modest, adorned with simple tools and the fragrant smell of leather. Despite his meager earnings, Zaid was known throughout the village for his kind heart and unwavering faith. One day, Zaid received an unexpected visitor at his shop, a wealthy merchant named Malik. Known for his harsh demeanor, Malik was the exact opposite of Zaid. He spoke brusquely and carried an air of arrogance.
"Fix these,"
Malik demanded, tossing a pair of expensive shoes onto Zaid's workbench. Zaid nodded with a smile. "Certainly, I'll have them ready by tomorrow, inshallah." But Malik was not satisfied.
"Tomorrow?
No.
I need them by tonight."
Despite the unreasonable demand, Zaid agreed. That evening, he worked late into the night to ensure the shoes were ready. When Malik returned, he examined the shoes with a critical eye.
"They're passable,"
Malik muttered, before tossing a few coins on the table and leaving without a word of thanks.
This routine continued for months. Malik would show up unannounced, make unreasonable demands, and often leave without paying the full amount. Zaid's friends urged him to confront Malik, but Zaid would simply smile and say, "Allah is the best of planners. Perhaps he is testing my patience." One particularly cold evening, Zaid sat in his workshop, shivering as he worked by the dim light of an old lantern. Suddenly, the door burst open, and Malik stormed in, his face flushed with anger.
"These shoes you fixed last week, they fell apart,"
Malik shouted, throwing the shoes at Zaid.
"You call this craftsmanship?"
Zaid examined the shoes calmly. They were worn out, not due to poor craftsmanship, but because Malik had clearly overused them. However, Zaid chose not to argue. "I will repair them again, free of charge," Zaid said softly. This time, Malik's anger escalated. He knocked over Zaid's tools and lantern, plunging the room into darkness. The flame of Zaid's lantern was extinguished, and so was his patience. For the first time, Zaid felt the weight of injustice pressing heavily on his heart. That night, Zaid prayed fervently, tears streaming down his face. "Ya Allah," he whispered, "give me the strength to endure, or guide Malik's heart to change." A few days later, a devastating storm swept through the village, flooding homes and destroying livelihoods. Malik, who lived on the outskirts, lost his grand house to the raging waters. He and his family were left with nothing but the clothes on their backs. When Zaid heard the news, he gathered what little he had, some blankets, food, and a few coins, and made his way to Malik's temporary shelter. Malik, sitting amidst the ruins of his pride, was stunned to see Zaid.
"Why are you here?"
Malik asked, his voice heavy with shame. Zaid knelt beside him and handed him the provisions. "Because I am your brother in faith, and because the Prophet Muhammad taught us to respond to evil with good." Malik's eyes filled with tears. He had never encountered such compassion, especially from someone he had wronged repeatedly. Overwhelmed by guilt, he grasped Zaid's hands.
"Forgive me,"
Malik pleaded.
"I have been blind to your goodness and deaf to your kindness. You are a better man than I could ever hope to be."
Zaid smiled, his heart light with relief. "There is nothing to forgive, my brother. Allah is oft forgiving, and so must we be." From that day forward, Malik was a changed man. He became a regular visitor at the mosque, seeking guidance and dedicating his wealth to helping the poor. He often worked alongside Zaid, repairing shoes and distributing food to those in need. One evening, Malik gifted Zaid a new lantern to replace the one he had broken.
"This is a small token,"
Malik said,
"to honor the light you brought into my heart."
Zayed accepted the gift with gratitude, but reminded Malik, the true light comes from Allah. Let us strive to keep it burning in our hearts. The story of Zayed and Malik spread throughout the village, inspiring many to practice patience and forgiveness. It served as a reminder that even the hardest hearts can be softened with kindness, and that true strength lies in the ability to forgive. As the Quran beautifully states, repel evil with what is better, and your enemy will become as close as an old and valued friend. Surah Fussilat 41:34. This story reminds us that every act of kindness, no matter how small, has the power to transform lives. May we all strive to embody the principles of patience, compassion, and forgiveness in our daily lives. Ameen.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss an update. Your support means a lot and helps us keep bringing you great content. See you in the next one.